I decided to start a photo booth business in 2023, and even crazier is I'm deciding to show you every single step of the way. Hi, my name is Amber. I am a social media manager turned entrepreneur as I am starting my very own photo booth rental company here in Southern California. Today's video, I'll be going over everything I've been doing before ordering my booth so that as soon as I order it, I'm ready to go. This has been a series I've been posting online on Instagram and on TikTok. If you aren't already following us over there, be sure you check it out, but I'm going to catch you up to speed on where we're at right now. So the very first thing that I did when I decided this is it, I'm starting this business, was I signed up for a demo because I knew quite a bit about photo booths, but not nearly enough in order to start a business right away. So I signed up for the Photo Booth Supply Co. virtual demo. I signed up for the Salsa Booth demo. I'm going to leave a link to that demo in the description if you want to check it out yourself. When I tell you this demo was not only super helpful in answering my questions, it also provided me with a lot of confidence, which is something I needed considering this is a brand new industry for me. It was so insightful to learn from somebody who's doing this themselves, but not only that, has a ton of experience in the industry, shared with me all their tips and knowledge, and more importantly, gave me some very helpful tips in order to get started, which I'm implementing right now. The next thing I needed to do was decide which package I wanted to buy because Photo Booth Supply Co. currently has 6 different packages between 2 different photo booths. Now, personally, I'm going with the salsa booth. I think the salsa booth is best for me. I'm a complete beginner to this industry. I want something that's easy to travel around with, and is going to really get me comfortable with the industry as a whole. So salsa for sure, which narrows us down to 3 packages. Now, I'm not personally doing any financing. This is completely self-funded by me. So I'm going to stick with the starter package and try and use revenue from my first couple of events to eventually add on to my business. So I am going with the starter package. Once I decided which package I was going to get, then I had to get really serious and intentional about my brand. And this was the part that was really overwhelming because I've never really done this the right way before. I'll say this, I definitely understand why there are entire professions dedicated to branding because creating an identity for something that doesn't exist yet, not exactly the easiest thing. And it required me to make some very important decisions, but I have a resource for you that's going to help you just like it helped me. Photo Booth Supply Co. recently updated their guide, How to Start a Photo Booth Business. It looks like this. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. I definitely think you should check it out. If you've been having questions about branding, legal stuff, how to get your first event, this document is seriously for you. Again, it's going to be right in the description. It's completely free. So I use this document religiously. I use this thing like a Bible, and I worked really hard on creating my branding. Now, for me, I really wanted my brand to stick out, and I was trying to think, what is something that I could do that would help me stand out because I am in a saturated market. So then I started thinking, what are things that I look for when working with an event vendor? And for me, I want to be as least involved as possible. If I'm hiring a professional, I don't want to have any part of it if possible. I want them to take care of everything. I give them the notes or the tasks or the specificities of what I want, and then they take it and run with it and execute. That is my dream situation. So I'm going to be that for other people. I really wanted my brand to come off as trustworthy, so I did do a little bit of research into color theory, and I learned that blue is typically a sign of trustworthiness. So after lots of trial and error and lots of fiddling around in Canva, I came up with my logo! Ta-da! Isn't she pretty? I think it's pretty good. Not only did that guide give me a lot of direction in which way I want to steer my brand, it also helped me generate some copy by using AI. Again, I'm not going to tell you everything that's in that guide. You got to go download it yourself, but seriously, it was the best first step in order to create my brand identity. So once I had my logo created, then it was the fun part. I had to create my social media, and I had to start talking about my business to people, which I know can feel kind of icky. Trust me, I get it. I've been there. But the truth is, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, we have to set that aside because honestly, it's just our own ego talking to us. What I have found time and time again is that our friends and family are often our biggest supporters. So you are doing yourself a disservice by not sharing it with them. Once I created my Instagram for my business, I went ahead and created a post where I made my personal account a collaborator. That way it would show up to both my personal followers as well as the non-existent followers of my photo booth business. However, I think this was a really good idea because I actually garnered a lot of followers from that post and, of course, a lot of support to people reaching out saying, hey, send me a pricing sheet. I want to make you a preferred vendor at my company. I had a wedding photographer reach out and say, hey, send me your pricing sheet. I want to send it to my brides for next year. So many amazing opportunities and doors being opened just because of one post. Now, I am super, super close to ordering my booth, which is super exciting. But right before I do that, I'm just going to get a couple more ducks in a row. I'm going to make my Facebook page, and I'm also going to figure out some base level of pricing, as well as the promotion I'm going to do for my first couple of customers. Now, something I learned from Photobooth Supply Co. is that raising your prices doesn't always bode well, but neither does doing a bunch of free events when you first start. So what they recommended to me was to actually offer a really good discount to my first 5 to 10 customers. That way, they knew that they were getting a great deal, and then I could get some experience under my belt. But the important thing was that they knew that was a temporary discount, not a long-term price. So hopefully they won't come back to me expecting that same incentive. All this to say, I'm super excited. I'm so grateful for all the resources that have been provided to me for free thus far, and I cannot wait to order this photo booth and really get things started. Stay tuned for our next video where I'm going to be talking about everything I'm doing after ordering my booth in order to get myself to be event ready for my first event. If you like this type of video, be sure to like it and be sure you subscribe for lots of photo booth content. We have a lot more to go.